Yes, money ritual exists, and I'm ready to teach you one today in this video. My name is Ifajimi Ifakayode. I'm a Babalawo, someone you call Ifa consultant, traditional herbalist.
Does money ritual exist?
Well, that's a big question right there. Money ritual does exist, did exist. Let me firstly put that that language. Money ritual did exist. That is, it was existing during the time of our forebears. I will explain. Currently, money ritual also exists. But before we will be going into what we mean by money ritual, we still have to understand something. When they say ritual, when you use a Oxford dictionary or just any random dictionary, what is the meaning of ritual? So the English dictionary says alternative form, ritual, which is obsolete. Etymology from Latin adjective, from noun ritus, rite, related to a rite. The adjective related to a rite, repeated set of actions. Just like I said in this video that rituals is not based on money alone. Rituals. Now let us look into another meaning. This one says now. The noun ritual, a rite. Ritual is a rite, a repeated set of actions, especially in religious context. That's the part I want us to look at, in religious context. So it's not only Babalawo that is doing ritual. It's not only Afa. It's not only pastors. Ritual is of religious. It can be Hindu. It can be Buddhism. Every part of cultures and every part of religion of the world practice rituals. It can be for money. It can be for growth. It can be for protection and the rest of them. So I want us to correct that notion. So if you call yourself a ritualist, does not mean you are killing human. Ritual will give you the definition of something you put together to enhance a result. Like, okay, if you put something and something together just for the purpose of getting money or getting a financial breakthrough. So this is what is called ritual. I mean, it is not about using human being, because the perspective of money ritual in Nigeria is so different from the real definition of the word ritual. So the word ritual was coined from doing any sort of maybe sacred things, like putting things together. It doesn't have to be something in African ways. It doesn't have to involve blood or whatever. Anything that you do ritually, maybe in terms of prayer, it can even be in church. I mean, if your own purpose of getting money is to use maybe a coconut and some other things, that's also ritual. So anything that involves supernatural powers for the financial purpose, so we can categorize that under ritual. Now if we say money ritual, does money ritual exist? I will say money ritual did exist and still existing, because money ritual is in every way, walks of life. If you go to every part of cultures around the world, you will see them practicing money ritual. Because even if you go to your church or mosque and you pray for money, purposely you are performing a ritual just to get financial breakthrough. So that is ritual. But when they say blood money, that's what we can categorize. What I can say we can term as something bad, maybe something like a blood money or ritual. Because ritual, just like I said, is a broad word that if you break it down, you will get different meanings. So if people are saying, and then if you call yourself a ritualist now, the way people will look you in Nigeria, you will be so surprised. Like, okay, like I'm standing, I'm a ritualist. If you say you are a ritualist, the way it will sound to people will be so, they feel so devastated that, okay, why are you calling yourself a ritualist? And then meanwhile, anyone that is doing anything just for the purpose of getting a financial breakthrough is a ritualist. The word ritual is not only aligning with African spirituality alone. Every walks of life, everybody practice rituals. So in as much as you put one thing or one thing together, some people will go to the church, their pastor or whatever will ask them to use coconut, use this thing and sugar. That thing you are practicing is a ritual. So ritual is a broad word, just like I said. So if we are to go by the question, money ritual did exist, because during the time of our forebears, if you are a farmer, if you have something to put on your farm, just to get a huge harvest, a bountiful harvest at the end of the year, you are still doing a ritual in a different manner, because after the end of the year, if the harvest comes so good, you will be able to have money, because the more you sell, the more you gain. That's what about it. So it's still about financial enhancement in that perspective. So, and also if you are a whatever, maybe if you are also a, what other thing can we use for an instance? Okay, if you are also a carpenter, for example, now you've learned the work, you are so skilled in that work. But if you are not being invited for work, for job, or for anything, if you have any ways of doing anything, maybe in your prayer you have to put something, that will still be termed as ritual. So far you are doing it for the purpose of money, we will say that is money ritual. There's a ritual for prosperity, there's a ritual for blessing and some other things, there's a ritual for progress. In fact, you can do a ritual to pass an exam and some other things. So but if you call yourself a ritualist, just like I said, people will look you somehow because the way we perceive this word in Nigeria or totally in Africa is different from the exact meaning of that word ritual and ritualist. So but in our community now, many people practicing this ritual are majorly people of the African root, so that's why some people will see someone calling him or herself a ritualist, and they will say, oh, this person is a bad person, he's a ritualist. Even if they see someone driving a huge vehicle, a very exotic vehicle, someone will say, that's a ritualist. So they will, because they believe that he has performed one or two things to enhance his financial status. So, and by going by that word, I will still repeat again that money ritual did exist. But before we will be going further, I would like to put this into my opinion, because I will say opinion. If you have to do anything that involves blood, human blood particularly, that is a blood money rituals. Any evil rituals, anything that has to do with hurting others to get something, that is evil rituals. So, and which I don't advise people to do, because it comes with huge repercussion. But I just want to change the notion of seeing ritual as something bad. So money ritual does exist, because you can do ritual in different ways and still get results.
Thank you very much, sir. So the next question is looking at what is happening in the country now currently, especially in area like Enugu, Ogun State, Osun State, Benin, Edo State, Delta States, and many other states in Nigeria. Maybe they have caught many people with woman head, woman body part, and the likes. So I think saying that money ritual do exist, what can you say about using people for money ritual? Because what I think is, if blood money doesn't exist, how that thing continue increasing every day? What can you say about that? And let's put it into two. Okay. And those that are doing it for them, are they Babalawo or what? Okay.
Thank you so much for the question, coordinator. The thing I will say about that question is that money ritual, we cannot dispute the fact that money ritual did exist and still existing. Attending to the question you asked, if we are to say who are the people doing this money ritual based on the current situations of the country now, if you go to the north, go to the east, even not only in Nigeria, if you read news very well, if you are the part that is very current with the global news and the rest of them, you will understand that it's not only in Nigeria that these rituals are being done.
For money
so there was a time someone came out publicly to make a clarifications about a country where he lives. He was talking about some I don't want to mention any country and any types of culture, you know, because this may offend some people's faith, you know, but I just want to change our perspective of the way we see this money ritual. Because when this person came out, he said that most of these Arabic countries do practice these money rituals. In fact, more despotic and more bad than the way we do it in Nigeria. So when you hear that, you understand that this money ritual is not only in Nigeria, it is throughout the world. The way some people are doing it are just different in every cultures and everywhere you go. Now let me go directly to the question. People using humans for money rituals, which I condemn. If you are a spiritualist, if you are a babalawo, if you are a spiritualist, if you are anything that has to do with spirituality, if you are watching this, you cannot deny the fact that you have not encountered this blood ritual of a thing in your journey of spirituality. You cannot say that. Even when we were growing up learning Ifa, there is a lot of knowledge very rampant among babalawo of these current generations. Some beliefs, I cannot say it's only babalawo, every other people, it can be all these afa, they call them, there's a name they used to give to them, jalabi. People practicing jalabi, they are very common with this. Babalawo, pastors, some other parts of the world also practice this ritual of a thing, but in different manners. But if you are a spiritualist, if you say money ritual does not exist, that means you are deceiving yourself, because
that person is deceiving
or you are deceiving other, because if the ritual is not existing or did not exist, we will still not be hearing the case of human killing using human head for ritual. But let me explain that part so that we can get it better. The reason why this killing of human for ritual became so rampant is human greediness. Because one thing about we as a human being is that when you are giving something, when you are giving this thing I'm holding, this is called the rocket. Now if I was giving this rocket for a certain purpose now, and the purpose was to cure an headache. If you are having an headache, if I give you the rocket, you should touch your head, the headache will go. Now if I'm using that and people are coming to say thank you, and I'm getting a lot of fame, a lot of money from using this rocket, just single rocket, you know what I will do as human, the way our greediness are so complex as human, is I will look for another way to upgrade this thing, to augment, to find a way that, what if I get something more powerful than this? If when I'm using this, I used to get like 5 people who comes every day to say, okay, we want to use the rocket for us, and it will save for us to collect this so amount of money. What if I upgraded it into something much better? So I will be looking for another way, just because of, I will say, greediness. And that's what leads to money, using blood money, using blood, doing blood ritual. Actually, that's what leads to using blood money. Because let's go back to the history. During the time of our forebears, of our forefathers, there's nothing like all this blood money that's so rampant. Because I know some people who argue this, and they will say, if it did not exist, why are we still experiencing it now? If you are a babalawo, I'm not talking about other faiths. If you are a babalawo watching this now, if you are a real babalawo, you should understand what we call akoshe. So akoshe is different from ogun. Babalawo always practices akoshe, while onishegun engage majorly on ogun. Now ogun is, if we are to break that word down, is something that is very long, something that is very complex and kubasum, that if you know one part about ogun, which is voodoo, which is charms or whatever you will call it, if you know one part about it, another person will know the same voodoo but with different items involved. Now for example, if my own view of money ritual is using a goat, Like if I use a goat now, I kill a goat, collect the blood, mix it with a soap, and I use it to bath, then favor start coming in, then I will believe that okay, that's money ritual in my own perspective. Another person will know of that voodoo, but with different items. And if you ask another person that okay, this particular ritual of using a goat to enhance financial breakthrough, what are other things, they will be mentioning different items. It will still end up with the same thing. But one thing that's common with many spiritualists is that they will want to add, because just like I was saying before, I will leave that question. During the time of our forebears, there's nothing like using human for akose, because if you go to many akose ifa, okay, now if you go to akose ifa of Ejogbe, they can say go and take the head of a goat, ewe aje, that's a leaf. That's why Yoruba have a name for every leaves and every items. You will hear a name for ewe aje, ewe akisan, ewe papasan, ewe ola, ewe renikomi, all these names have their meanings, the kind of connotative meanings that when you use it, it will still work with the kind of name given to that leaves. So if you use ewe aje and then you will be asked to print some part of Ifa purpose on Iyerosun or some other items after preparing it, that will tell you that that kind of spiritual practice or ritual is akose, not ogun, because you cannot add anything into it. If you add anything into an akose, it will not work. But if you add anything into ogun, possibly you may still get results. So that's the point I want everyone to get. You can add your own thing to ogun and possibly you will still get results, and that's what brought about blood money for ritual. Now let me explain that more deeper. When someone practice akose for the first time and used a leaf, ewe aje, with soap, and start giving him or her result, and if by human greediness the person will think, oh, I need something better, I need to get something more massive than this, then they will start looking for different options. That's what will bring them to the idea of using human. Okay, what if we can use a leaf and give all this result? What if we had human blood to it? Then if they try it, just like I said, ogun is something that is very long, complex. If they put the blood of human by mistake or just by suggestion or fabrication or whatever, they may possibly get results. Now that will create an idea of using human for. Now someone that did that will believe that if you are using a leaf, you are just deceiving yourself, because some people will still argue that okay, when you say all this money ritual or whatever does not exist, we heard of some powerful men that will ask their cohort or their follower to go and kill a human for their own purpose or just to increase their age or for something. Yes, we wouldn't deny that, because just like I said, human greediness has led to different things since the age one, since the outset of this world. Human greediness has led to different things. So that during those times, those powerful men, like people call alagbara, those like warriors, people like those powerful men that if they want to enhance their power, they want to increase the potential, the potency of their power, sorry, they will engage in different things, all sorts of things like that did not exist before them. So the more we evolve, the more knowledge, different knowledge evolves with us. If you say you are a spiritualist and you are denying that blood money ritual does not exist, that means you are lying or you are deceiving people. You may choose not to engage in it, but saying that money ritual does not exist is a blatant lie, because this is thing that has been in existence for a very long time. But I want to correct something. If we are trying to relate blood money ritual to our ancestors like deities, that means you are wrong, because if you are a babalawo, you will know that no akose will ask you to use any human part. I'm challenging everyone watching that if you are a spirit, if you are a babalawo and you have akose which requires using human part, I want you to show it, and I'm ready to challenge you to the root of that kind of knowledge, where you got it and how you got it. So because I know the more we evolve, the more we grow, different knowledge grows with us. That's what leads to all this using human for blood money and the rest of them. So but saying that money ritual does not exist is like a blatant lie. Money ritual exists, blood money ritual also exists. We should try to differentiate that. I said at the beginning of this video that rituals are something you do, like you perform to the supernaturals, to enhance, to get to for enhancement, to increase something, to get something. It's like a making request to the supernaturals, so to the unseens. That's what we mean by rituals. But blood money rituals, particularly using human being for rituals, does exist. That's why you will hear, you see, if truly there's nothing like blood money rituals, or we are not evolving with it, you will not be hearing the case of human killing in Ijebu-Ode, in Enugu, in every part of the country. If you go to if you are traveling to Abeokuta, you see many headless corpses on the road, people that the lifeless body that have been, the people whose life have been cut short just because someone wants to enhance their money or whatever. So as a Babalawo, I cannot deny that this knowledge is increasing, and all this human killing does exist. You may choose, just like I said, you may choose not to engage in it, but it's still existing. But what I want to say in this video is that we should desist from all of these human killings, because human's life is so precious. The way Olodumare will describe, the way if I describe it, that human life is so precious. Why should you take someone's life? A life you cannot create, you are not meant to take it. So in different Ifa verses, Ifa has described human as the most necessary things you need, and that's what leads to the wrong perception of that word. Is what leads to what many are doing today, because they got it wrongly. Ifa says that humans is if you have human, you have money, and people don't really get that. If the meaning of having human and you have money is that if you have connections, definitely you have money. If you know people, definitely you have money. For example, now if I'm related to Dangote by any means, and we are so close, definitely there will be some aspect of my life will be helping. Something that will be so hard to get will be easier to get. There are no $10. This still like this is what Orunmila described as importance of human, not like using human, but we should value human life. Now if you go to African stores where they are selling spiritual items, you will see that they are selling fortunes, igun, like you see it like 70,000 naira. And one man was caught recently, I think in Abeokuta, or man was saying that he bought human head with just 20,000 naira. Can you see that? Now Igun fortune head is 60 to 70,000 naira in today's market if you want to buy it, and human head they are getting it with as low as 20,000 naira. Can we see how greedy humans are just because we want to get this money by all means? Different things we are engaging in. So but I want to advise us to stay away from all these kinds of things. The repercussion is not good. If you do it today, if you feel like okay, you escape it, you are so lucky, you are not caught, just know that human blood, human life, the way if I describe it, is so precious, and you cannot escape it. If you have used human parts in your life, just definitely know that when you die, your own part is not safe. It is a curse that anyone that uses human parts, like my Oluwo used to say, one of my Ifa teachers, may Olodumare bless him and may he rest in peace. Like if you kill a human being, definitely the curse will not leave you. That's why you will say, Yoruba will say, "Ejeniyan." Oh. If you kill a human being and you feel you are lucky, you are living your life, your generation to come will suffer it. And that's why you will see some people now, like they during their lifetime, they live so flamboyantly, they have everything, but later on their children will be suffering. That is one of the cases, because causes, human life is so great that you cannot just leave it. You can not just take it if you can't create it.
Thank you very much, sir. The next question is, which may be the last question for this program, is: does money ritual that will not need a human sacrifice, does that exist?
Yes, that's a great question. Yes, and that's what we have been saying all this while. Money rituals that does not involve human part exist. Many of them, in fact, you see many of these rituals that they are practicing now using human parts, they are out of greediness. They are something that was coined out of greediness, because some people want to add up. They are like fabrications into the existing knowledge. Just like I said at the beginning of this video, if you know one thing about Ewe Aje and then you have been using it for a while, you want to augment, you want to upgrade, you want to see that, okay, what else can I hide, and you do it and it works successfully, that has created donation that, okay, oh, this is what I've been doing. Now if you want to teach someone else, you will say, okay, don't use that Ewe Aje alone, no, you have to add this so thing. That's what brought about using human for money ritual. But for the sake of the question, there are many rituals you can do without using human body part that will still give you results. I'm the one, I can use myself for an instance. I have a channel where I teach people a lot of different spiritual works which does not involve money, and I do receive testimonies. And I always say this, that you don't have to use human part before you get result. It's just because the low life people that are engaging in it, if you have connection, if you have a job already, if you have something that can bring you money, grace, financial breakthrough, you don't have to be bothering yourself about using human for money. You just have to use something to enhance your spirituality, to boost your financial luck. Once your financial loss is boosted, that your connection that you already have will give you money. Because, for example, if you know Dangote, for an instance, and you are so related to him, if you know something that you can use without hurting anyone, for him to remember you, that's not bad, because you are just getting grace out of life. You are just making things happen with just random natural knowledge. And there are many things I've taught online which you can put into practice without using human parts. And before I will be ending this video, I will teach one. Before we will end this video, I will teach one people can go and put into practice and see the difference. I'm talking about people that have work, that have job, not someone that is just playing around, toying around. Those are the people, category of people engaging in all of this money ritual and the rest of them. These people, the low life people that don't have any job, they just want to blow out of blue. They just want to have the money out of blue. They don't want to work. They don't want to have any connections, because I said it in the beginning of this video that a farmer that puts something in grains or yam, tubers of yam before planting, and the thing comes out very good, that is also a ritual. If you know how to put ewe jigbini, atare, use this alligator pepper together, burn it and add it to your farm produce, replant it, the thing will come out so good. If you do that, that's also a ritual, but it's not a bad ritual, because when your farm produce comes out very good, you will sell very well and you will cash out very good. So that is why I will say there are many rituals that is existing without use of human parts. If you are not greedy, and if you can put them into practice rightly, because some people now, with the current situation of where we are now, some people don't believe in natural things anymore. If you see any random boy or any random person on the street and ask him that, okay, I can use myself for an instance. There was a time I make a lecture where I was telling people about this money ritual of a thing that okay, don't engage in it. And someone else say, hey, all this one you are teaching is won't work. I still have the evidence. The screenshot of that comment is still with me. Person was saying that all this one you are teaching, we just be building plenty money that teach us something. What do you expect from such person? Someone that can say that kind of word means that if he or she saw something more forensic, something more bad than that, the person will engage in it. Something more terrible, the person will do it just for the sake of money. But I've seen people that, okay, before I come to this video, someone gave me testimony of how he practiced a simple tips, and she managed to got 2 million naira from a family member just to help her business. That's also a ritual, but he did not use human part because he has created the connections and his ways has been trued with already. But I cannot really say you should not do whatever you choose to you believe in. But just go back to the lecture I made that don't engage in what will come back, what will haunt you later. Don't engage in it, because if you use human today, your daughter, your whatever, the thing will come to them as cause. In fact, let us know that egu tó wà nínú kéèyàn pànìyàn, that is meaning that if you kill someone, the cause does not leave you very, because if any ká sọ pé wọ́n ní kí ọmọ eku kọ́ wá sọ pé ọmọ eku lòun ọlọ́pẹ́ sí. If I mention in that particular Odufa that it is out of not appreciating Olódùmarè that God mandated it that you can use an animal for your own sake and it still work for you. Okay, for example now, if a man kill a goat, if you rightfully go to the market, buy a goat that you are not stealing, if you kill it, maybe you eat it for nutrition or for whatever, that is right. If you use it for all this ritual that we are mentioning, that is great, because the blood of the goat will not be chasing you around before, because if I have said that you can take animal to appease humans growth, to appease your head, to appease your growth and your financial life. So that means that if you take something that is natural, God did not forbid that. But if you are engaging in anything that has to do with life, human life, if I describe human's life as iyebíye, if I ní ká sọ pé wọ́n ní kọ́ ọmọ eku wá sọ pé ọmọ eku lòun ọlọ́pẹ́ ṣe, if I say ká sọ pé they ask right to come and be appreciating God whenever it wakes up. The right decide not to appreciate God, and God mandated it that man should be using rat like bush rat, bush meat for their own sake, for their nutrition, for their growth. If I ní ká sọ pé wọ́n ní kọ́ ọmọ ẹja kó wá sọ pé ọmọ ẹja lòun ò lọ́pẹ́ ṣe. Olódùmarè says anyone that he creates that cannot appreciate him, he should be used for the sake of humans. But if I did not mention in this particular Odufa that we should use human, if I say that you can use fish just for your own sake, for your own growth, if you know anything that you can use fish for and it's work for you, it pays for you. But before I will be ending this live, because I know this will attract many controversies, let me put this. If you are planning to, if someone has deceived you or manipulated you into believing that nothing can work without using human part, I want to tell you today that's a blatant lie. It's because of how we have programmed ourselves today. We made ourselves to the point that we believe nothing can work if we are not using this human part. If all these spiritualists that is using human body, that's not how they started. It is when they start going, and it's just like I said, as a Babalawo, as a spiritualist, or whatever, you cannot say you have not encountered it. You may choose not to do it. You cannot say it does not exist. You may choose not to do it if you know the repercussion of what Ifa says. If you are following the rule of Olodumare of Ifa as prescribed in the Holy Odu Ifa Mimo, not just by fabrication or what you think in your head, then definitely you will know that if you are killing human, the cause will not leave you, to follow you to the grave and to your entire generation. So that's what I want to say. So just to answer the question, money ritual without using human part exists. And if you want me to teach you one today, I will do that before ending this video.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. For the sake of people that have not been learning from your YouTube channel before, what is the name of your YouTube channel so that people can go there and watch more videos?
The YouTube channel handle is Spiritual Doctor Fajimi Ifakayode.
Again, please. Spiritual
Doctor Fajimi Ifakayode. So I'm right there with 55,000 subscribers right now, because there are a couple of channels over there putting Spiritual Doctor. That's a prefix on the names. But my own is Spiritual Doctor Fajimi Ifakayode. So that is my YouTube channel. And I post on TikTok as well. But that channel, YouTube channel, you'll be able to learn many things there. So
okay, thank you very much, sir. You said you give us one what people can do to appease for something like money. So it's time now.
Okay, let me start with this one. I have many in fact I don't know which one to start with, because if you go to my channel you see different videos with different testimonies. But let me give because I don't even know if I should give one. But let me start with this. If your financial life is so worse, is so terrible and messed up, and you need to pay some bills, you need to have you want to grow your financial life, let me teach you this simple one, because of people that will be watching this in the diaspora, because they cannot get many of the items that we have here. Go and buy a coconut. I know you can get coconut anywhere you are in the world. Go and buy a coconut, and when you get a coconut, break the coconut, collect the water into a cup or anything, put the water into that coconut water, put it into a pot. It can be a clay pot, that is native pot, or you can use just normal pot, small pot that you this normal store pot that you have in your kitchen. Just wash it and make sure there's no water in it. Put the coconut water inside the pot, then place it on fire. Then go and buy a chunk of meat, which is known as basienga, which does not have bone or anything, a chunk of cow meat. Go and buy it at the market, then put it inside the coconut water on the fire. Use the coconut water to cook it. Don't put maggi, don't put salt, don't put anything. Just cover the pot for like 15 minutes, let it cook. And when you go there, you check it, the water might have dried up. It will cook the meat very well. If you are doing this, make sure you get a very big coconut so that it will be enough.
If the coconut is 2 or 3,
that would be also great. You can use like 2 or 3 coconuts.
Okay.
So when you collect the water, cook it for like 15 minutes. Now if it has cooked very well, don't place it on the floor. Let it cool for some time. Get something like a white handkerchief, wrap it and place the pot on it. Let it cool for some minutes. After it has cooled down, you pray to it purposely for financial purpose. And if you are praying to it, I'm not saying you should be saying I want to be like Otedola, I want to be like Dangote. If you don't have that connection, one thing people don't understand is they will say, you are Babalawo, you are teaching all of these things and you are not rich like Otedola. I said it that all these rituals works on the connection that you have created on yourself. If something that a Babalawo used and he sees like by his financial life was boosted to like 200,000 naira, he managed to get 200,000 naira, particularly that time he did that thing. If someone that is a contractor or lives where there is so much connection do the same thing, will get something more bigger than that. I hope you understand. So that is for that. So you pray to that thing. And one thing I want to say is this: if you want to be engaging in anything money rituals, make sure you are cleansing. I have made lecture about this. Make sure you are cleansing very well before engaging there, so as to get a very good result, saturated result, without no problems, without no delay. So make sure you are spiritually clean. I've thought about that as well. And also you must abstain for like at least 3 to 7 days if you are doing this, so as to get a maximum abstain from sexual intercourse actually. So you have to abstain from sexual intercourse
before
like
7 days
after eating that.
After eating that, okay.
After eating that, you can do this early in the morning or in the evening. So After eating it, you are prayed to eat, you eat it, you are sustained for like 3 to 7 days. So to get maximum result. Another thing I've thought about this thing I'm teaching now. I've received many testimony on it. If you are doubting it, go to my channel. Another one you can also do, the same coconut, go and get something known as Ewe Akoko. Do this at the beginning of every month. The person that I serve received 2 million naira due to this ritual also did the same thing, and I want to teach it now. Go and get something called Ewe Akoko. That is a fertility leaf. It's known as fertility leaf. Our people from the east call it Ogirisi leaf. I don't know other names our northern people from the north call it. So if you get this leaf, they are natural things, and this is what we are saying. You don't have to use human. You don't have to. There are people watching this now. They have engaged in using human, and they have never amount to 2 million naira in their life. Most of people using all these human, all these things, if you check their account, you cannot find 200,000 naira. They are just seeing money because they are programmed themselves that they cannot get a shot, not until they use that. And one thing about human is that spiritually, if you are programming yourself into something, that's how it will be working for you. So if you get that Ewe Akoko fertility leaf, squeeze it, use at the beginning of the month, every first of the month. Get a new 1,000 naira note or any note of country where you reside. Squeeze the leaf with the coconut water. Go and get the fresh leaf. You can use the dry one if you don't get it. Squeeze it. It can be 2, it can be 6, it can be any amount. Squeeze it with the coconut water. After squeezing it, filter it. Then the coconut water, put it into a very neat plate or something. Then place the money inside for like 30 minutes. After placing the money inside for like 30 minutes, go back there. You must do this early in the morning of the first of every month. Go back there, pray to the recipe, and drink it instantly. If you have drank that, the coconut that you use, you must not eat from it. You can throw it away. You can give to others to eat from it. For the sake that you are the one that use it, you must not use the coconut. And you can see all these things are natural things. No human aid is involved in this. And it is working for people. So that's all I can say about it. So if you have done that, you abstain as well. So all of these things are working massively. It's just because we have programmed ourselves that we cannot get result of it. And the spiritual things are something. If you have programmed yourself, that's how it will be working for you. So that is it.
As we all know that you are one of the youngest reliable Babalawo we have in, let me say, in the whole Yoruba land. So and you have many followers on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and people will always watch you on your status on WhatsApp. So help us use this medium to tell your followers, your friends, your people, your clients that they should please subscribe to Aramanda TV.
Thank you so much. If you are watching this right now and you are a subscriber or a follower to Dr. Ifajimi Fakayode, please make sure you subscribe to this channel because Aramanda, just like the name implies, wonders, is doing a lot of wonders in helping humanity. There's a lot of things he has covered that is helping. If you will learn a lot on this channel, please make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video and share so that you will be encouraged to do more. Thank you so much.
Okay, God bless. Your name again, please, sir.
My name is Ifajimi Fakayode. I'm from Isheyin, Oyo State, part of Nigeria.